First, I want you to take a look at just how bad this crack has gotten. If I stand up next to it, you can see that it comes up to my hips. Now, I talked to some neighbors in the area. One told me he's not going to risk driving on this road, but he's seen plenty of drivers speed by. Well, this week here at the daycare, outdoor toys like this one aren't seeing a lot of playtime. That's because employees tell me they're keeping kids inside and finding new creative ways to keep kids cool. Right now, I'm standing on Butler Mill Road. Now, I want you to take a look at how far up this water is on my rain booth. It's about right over my feet. Now, take a look at how much water is covering this road. If you look over to my right, this is normally a field with little to no water on it. Now, while I've been here, multiple drivers have come up, taken a look at the water you're looking at right now, decided, nuh-uh, not going to do that, and they turned around. I'm standing right near where those two motorcyclists in Owens Crossroads police sped by. Now, the chase started that way near Big Cove Road, bled into Taylor Road, and ended that way near the Publix shopping center complex. I spent some time talking to neighbors who tell me they're not surprised by this arrest because drivers speed by their house all the time. I'm here at the White City Community Center in Coleman County, and I'm going to step out of your way so you can see a little better just how bad this was hit. Now, take a look at this roof. I'm actually, if you bear with me for a second, I am going to take the camera off the tripod so I can move around and show you. There we go. Move around and show you how bad these storms flew through here in Coleman County. Now, the sheriff told me just a few minutes ago that this was one of the worst hit areas. Now, take a look at this slide. It's normally right here. It's been uprooted and moved over here. Now, obviously, we have this community center. You can take a look at just how bad it is. But what is most striking to me is this home right behind the community center. Viewers say they have 3 tips if you're headed out boating tomorrow. Make sure your cell phone is charged. Make sure you have a designated driver if you're going to drink, and always wear your life vest. Reporting in Guntersville, Sierra Phillips, Wave 31 News. The Arab City pool doesn't officially open until Saturday, but right now lifeguards have already been hard at work making sure the pool is safe for swimmers to dip their toes in. I want you to take a look at what the storm did to this former chicken house here in Collinsville. You can see it's almost cut in half. There's debris everywhere, and it doesn't just stop on this property. Pieces of debris are spread into neighbors' yards. I chatted with a family member who tells me he has a lot of cleaning to do.
They still got some cleanup to do here.
A little more than over 24 hours after the storm came through Collinsville, debris is still scattered from the chicken house all over nearby yards on County Road 311.
We've been following it on the radio, you know, and we knew it was real bad, but yeah, I immediately wanted to know how bad it was.
Roger Heaps got his answer when he pulled up to his daughter's house Thursday to see pieces of roof scattered in her front yard. Luckily, he says, the storm only damaged their pool.
A little Flex Seal will take care of that.
Because of the debris, Heaps says he wouldn't be surprised if it was a tornado that swept through here.
I think it was a small one, yes.
And he says when he first got a look at this damage, he was taken back to the storms of 2011.
I thought of that when I first saw it. It made me think of my house, you know, it was debris everywhere, you know.
Emergency management officials say most of the damage is already cleaned up. There's no injuries to report. I'll let you know when the National Weather Service makes its determination. Reporting live in DeKalb County, Sierra Phillips, Wave 31 News. The Celebration Car Show is just one of the many events on the way to celebrate Huntsville's connection to the moon landing. I got the chance to talk to drivers of those cars at the car show, as well as people that worked on the Apollo missions right here in Huntsville.
Just incredible. Just being a part of that. I was right out of school, so being a part of that right out of school was incredible.
Randy Owen worked as an engineer on Apollo missions 7 through 13. He watched as his work helped land the first astronauts on the moon.
Being a part of it, it's just so exciting.
5 months after those first steps on the moon, Craig Sumner started his NASA career here in Huntsville.
Picture right here, I'm 21 years old. 21 years old wearing Buzz Aldrin or Jim Lovell's training suit.
50 years after the moon landing, the two are back here at the Space and Rocket Center for a car show. Sumner showcased the car he drove every day to work.
He even drove a few astronauts in it.
Charlie Duke and Jim Irwin would be talking about if you hadn't cut me off at 10,000 feet, I would have landed on the runway at Redstone Arsenal first. And I'd look at him as a 21-year-old and say, my gosh, and you guys are going to the moon, and you're up there clowning around in your jets.
The 96 cars at the show are all from the Apollo era. Many are owned by families who worked at the Marshall Flight Center during the Apollo missions. Money from the car show will help fund the space camp held at the Space and Rocket Center. Both Sumner and Owen hope both the car show and the space camp will help inspire the next generation.
And he hopes he can get into this field. I told him to hang in there. Space industry has ups and downs, but hang in there.
There's more moon landing events coming up as soon as later Saturday night. At Low Mill, the winner of the Moon Songwriting Contest will perform. For information on how to get tickets to the concert, go to wavetv.com. Reporting in Huntsville, Sierra Phillips, Wave 31 News.